All right, so I kind of wanted to just talk about Reed, like his this current state of him, and it kind of like how his team up might affect him in the future, and then why I don't think this is gonna solve his problem, like make him better at what he needs. Okay, so first off, his team up's good, but I don't think the purpose of the team up is to be good. I think the purpose of the team up is to see if it's okay to give him like an activate, like just a large form activate button, which I think most people agree that this is probably what they're doing. But including like I think they're gonna mess with like the timer. So like as much elasticity as you have, it will be how long you get to be in the large form, which I think is really good. I think that's really good if that's what they do. But I don't think this solves his problem. His problem is his ult. His problem is his ult. Like he has one of the worst ults in the game, and in a game where the ults are pretty much the most important part of your kit is your ult, and he has probably like I would say is the worst ult in the game. Like you pretty much just use it for survivability, or if you have like a low ceiling room, like then you can probably frag, but like outside of survivability and maybe stall, which the stall is kind of mid if you're playing against like poke, which that's another thing. It's like I when you put it beside characters like Psylocke, who pretty much can two tap with the ult while invulnerable, like it needs buffs, and I kind of wanted to make some suggestions for his ult buff, which I think a lot of people will agree, maybe not the top players, but well, first I think Reed's ult should just pierce. It should just pierce through shields. Like I don't know why it doesn't. He's a melee character, and it gets canceled. Like the problem isn't just the not piercing; it's the fact that it can get canceled by like 90% of the characters in this game. I also think that they should just remove the cancel on the third bounce. If Psylocke's ult does not get canceled while he is not hitting anyone and she's invulnerable during this ult, why does Reed have to cancel? Like I should choose when to leave and when to cancel. There's no reason Psylocke gets invulnerable and one of the strongest ults in the game, and Reed has to like he just dies. Like you get punished. Like his ult is just too punishable. Is the core problem. The other problem is it doesn't do enough damage on startup, so I think it needs to do flat damage. I think 110 would be good. I don't know what would be the best, but I personally think 110 would be good enough. I would love 120 flat damage, but obviously like trading off like the build up for the last bounce being like 130. I think it's 130. It could be more. I think 110 would be a great, like it would like with all three of these buffs, his ult would be really good. And then the last thing I would do for his ult is give me the health change as soon as I click the button. As soon as I click the button, you have no idea how many times I've died mid animation, because which by far is the worst thing because it's currently used as a survivability tool, but you still die with it. Like it should just instant burst heal me whenever I use the ult button. Like now I have to use a team up. But that's like the main thing he actually needs. Like everything else, like pre-team up, he was really good neutral game. Like it was just his ult, like just his ult. And then I kind of wanted to talk about his distended grip, his right click. Some people have talked about how it's one of the things that needs to be buffed. I don't think it needs to be buffed. I think it needs a quality of life change. Besides the grabbing two people, like obviously this needs to be better. Like if they hit each other, it should do some kind of effect. But what I was gonna say is just remove the targeting system. Like you see, I can't activate it if I'm not looking at them. So if somebody's not in my range, I can't. I just remove that. Let me just. It would speed up the duration. Like I could click this extremely fast if they just remove the targeting system because it has a requirement. So it's like sometimes it'll just tweak out and like just not. You just won't do it, I guess. So like, yeah, you see, like I'm in a spot where like I shouldn't have to aim at him to click it. It's not. I'm clicking it, but remove the targeting system on that, and his right click for like single target damage will be golden. This should do. It should have a new effect. I think personally, because people are sick of CCs, it shouldn't slow. It should just damage debuff because he needs damage. That's a hot take amongst Mr. Fantastic, but I think this would buff his cleaving. Like this would like giving him a damage debuff where he does more damage to those two targets would buff his cleaving for his little read, and it would encourage just more cleaves. Anyways, but that those are like the main things that I think that he needs for his to be buffed. These are things I think he needs, not just like you could argue he doesn't need all of these things together, but I think he needs all of these things together. He is so terrible this season, and I've been consistently like number 6 on him like for the last few seasons, and this season I just barely touched him, like barely. Like the team up's interesting, like there's a lot of things that you can do, but like I've barely touched him this season because like I don't know, I tried DPS Deadpool and it's like a night and day difference. And DPS Deadpool is considered bad right now too, but like I don't know. Yeah, those are those things. I also, this is something they don't have to do, but I think this would make a huge difference in his play style. I think they should just make him jump higher. So like there's like weird okay, so a lot of people have been begging for movement, like self obtainable movement. Like he should be able to like pump to like aim at the ground and pump to there for a movement, but I think that would hurt him because not hurt him, but it would be kind of bad for him, not because like it would help him, but because like he has too much health to be self-reliant. I think as a DPS character with this much health and this tankiness, it makes sense for him to kind of bounce back to his teammates. So like I think that would be too much personally. But what I do think they could do to buff the self-reliance on his not self-reliance, to buff his escape tool with his teammates is just give him a high jump, spring jump, or a double jump. And the reason why is because there will be scenarios. Sometimes there'll be weird scenarios where you're in the group and you just need to jump. Like if you just jump, you could like see who you need to jump to. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're like, it's like you're crowded and there's just bodies in front of you and you look, normally you would like do this. But like if you had a high jump, you could see the target and aim exactly at the target that you're looking for to jump to, like to, you know, so you can jump over people to get to the target you're looking for. This would also help him with engagements as well. I think this would be good. I think a high jump is what he needs, not a sprint. The spring jump is like if they think it's too strong, it's an ability where like you get it every like 8 to 12 seconds or something like that, and then you play your engagements off of that. Obviously, you use your large form for engagements, but say you end large form, your little read, you need to escape type beat, and they're just holding you hostage. Like Thor just holds you hostage. Maybe a high jump could help with that, and maybe having it on the spring jump would be good on the cooldown. And what I mean by spring jump, they should add an animation where he coils into a spring and then he just launches himself up high. You don't have to direct it, but I was also thinking if instead of doing that, they do a high jump, which I like the high jump better than the double jump because it doesn't make sense. Like he's kind of springy already. He's rubbery, obviously, but the double jump or the high jump just feels better for him as like a passive. But the spring jump, I think they could add it later as a team up, but like add effects. Like say they gave him a team up for like Johnny Storm. He activates the spring jump, and when he springs, it like slings fire around him or something. So it's like extra AoE damage, adding to the cleaving. I thought that would be cool, and they could have that animation so like for like later team ups they can reuse. So like they want to reuse the Sue team up, they could, you know what they did with Strange, they could pull, like have it pull people towards him whenever he does the spring jump. That's a pretty fun idea, I think. But also the high jump I think would also affect him when he needs to get to a high ground. Okay, so there are a lot of situations where like a poke character is like off angling and all they'll do is like scoot a few inches back from the ledge and you can't get to them. But if you get a high jump, you have a higher chance to get to them. And man, Deadpool is so good. Like this is what I mean. Like how I've been feeling is like I could just dash towards them on Deadpool. And Deadpool, people sleeping on Deadpool by the way. Anyways, I could just kill him. Like I can contest those points because I have self-sufficient mobility. Yeah, that would help a lot in those scenarios. And I think sometimes, which this isn't necessarily a good play, sometimes like maybe Star-Lord ult, you want to reach him, but he's height. Like having that high jump might help me reach him. Like it kind of extends my range in a sense. So it makes me better against flyers, and it makes me better against those situations like the off anglers on high ground. And I don't know. I just think that since there's a lot of other duelists that can contest angles like that from where they're standing, it would be nice if Reed could as well. And I think a high jump would help a lot. But like I said, spring jump as a team up would go hard. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I have for Reed. But like for the buffs, it's more of a yap session because I'm not very organized. If I try to organize a video for it, I just never do it. Like I'll start working on it here and there, but I feel like yapping about it kind of gets the point across just fine. And I actually do it. Like I feel kind of passionate just kind of yapping about it. But maybe I'll edit this into like TikTok shorts, but I'll just post this. Maybe I'll edit like notes under where my chat is. I'll edit some notes to like what I meant like for buffs. So like maybe someone wants to clip it or something, or screenshot the notes. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I don't think Reed necessarily needs more damage or anything. It's his ult is bad in a game where ults are like probably the most important part of your kit. And I think some quality of life changes because it's like his animations are so long and whatnot. And I don't know. That's what I got.